Hey guys, this is Crimson.
And this is Swan.
Season 3 is here.
And we'd love to know what you think of the stories.
Even if it's bad.
So leave us a comment.
Or give us a thumbs up.
Thank you.
With this key, you unlock the world to your dreams. What lies beyond could be the doorway to nightmare. Come in. Welcome. I'm your host through the doorway to nightmare. My soul is full of longing for the secrets of the sea, and the heart of the great ocean sends a thrilling pulse through me. The poetry of Longfellow. You can almost hear the rolling ocean, feel the tide, and be mesmerized by the sound.
Happy, darling?
Oh, David, it's the most beautiful house that I've ever seen. Yes, I am very happy. And the view from the cliff, it is like the end of the world, and beyond is only ocean.
Oh, which is why I built the house here, right on the cliffs.
Oh, I couldn't be happier.
Just promise me something.
Anything, my love.
Promise me that you won't come to Horizon Point alone.
I don't understand.
Just promise me. I don't ever want to lose you.
Our mystery drama, Horizon Point, was written especially for Doorway to Nightmare by Winslow Swan and edited by Crimson McKenzie. Our stars include Winslow Swan, Crimson McKenzie, and Dave Arkipov. It is sponsored in part by Swanage Press. I'll be back shortly with Act 1. If you happen to be driving along the coast, you may come across a solitary road. By taking this little detour, you may find yourself on top of Horizon Point, a cliff that overlooks the ocean from over 1,000 feet above. It's a rather picturesque place to be, unless you are there alone.
The sea, the raging sea. It makes such a thunderous sound against the jagged rocks below. The crashing of the waves, and the feel of the wind. Cold wind against my cheeks. I was so happy. Only a month ago, I was so happy.
Happy, darling?
Oh, Dave! I just can't believe it! How could I have let you talk me into marriage?
Sandra, I told you, I'm a very persuasive fellow.
Whom I hope will be happy with his new wife.
Oh, you make me very happy, Sandra.
If this house that you keep talking about is as handsome as you are, we're gonna have a lifetime of happiness. It was a beautiful house, sitting atop of Horizon Point by the sea, the pounding sea. At night I could hear the waves crashing, and the sound would lull me to sleep. But my happiness did not last for very long.
Still not sleeping.
Oh, Dave, I don't know what's wrong with me. Every night for the past week, I've been hearing the strangest sounds.
Well, the ocean does sound a little more mysterious at night. I suppose I don't notice them anymore. Something that you will eventually get used to.
No, David. It's not the sound of the ocean. It sounds like someone whispering. I can't quite make out the words, but it definitely is someone saying...
Oh, darling, let's be reasonable. This house has been battered by storms and rain since it was built. It's probably just the wind blowing through the small holes that have been created.
It's just unnerving.
Well, there isn't a lot I can do about it, dear. Now don't worry. It's only the wind and the sea.
Afternoon, Mrs. Winwood.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vincenzo. I've been meaning to tell you how beautiful the grounds are. You do remarkable work.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is the first chance I've had to talk to you. It really is quite beautiful up here.
So you are the new Mrs. Winwood.
Well, I am the Mrs. Winwood.
Mr. Winwood never told you about his first wife?
Oh, yes. I believe her name was Rebecca.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand that she committed suicide.
Leapt right off Horizon Point.
Poor girl.
That is, if you believe Mr. Winwood.
What do you mean?
I talked to her the morning that she jumped. She told me some things that, well, perhaps I've said too much already.
No, please, tell me.
She had been roaming around the grounds for days looking for something. Said there must be someone else here who tries to talk to her at night. I assured her that no one else, except for myself, lived on the grounds.
Did she tell you what that someone said?
Yes, ma'am. She told me that the voice kept saying, "Peace, no more."
I have lived by the ocean in my lifetime and, like Sandra, found the sound of the waves quite soothing and peaceful. I have never heard a voice whispering to me. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. John F. Kennedy once said, "We are tied to the ocean, and when we go back to the sea, whether it is to sail or to watch, we are going back from whence we came."
Oh, the sound fills my ears and penetrates my brain. It fills me with such sadness as I stand here on Horizon Point, watching the waves so far down below. So far below, crashing into the rocks. Oh, Dave, why did you not believe me? Why didn't you tell me?
Well, there was nothing to tell. Rebecca was, well, a very sick young woman. She imagined all sorts of things.
Like a whispering voice in the night?
Are we on that again? It's only the wind.
Then what would have driven her to suicide?
I don't know. She was always sort of a sad girl, always talking about feeling depressed. I tried, believe me, I tried to get her help, but she refused.
And what about me? Am I just a silly, sad girl?
No, of course not. The only thing that you have in common with Rebecca is that neither of you were accustomed to living anywhere near the ocean. The sea has its own language that speaks to its residents in different ways. I mean, what is it with all the questions about Rebecca? Oh, wait a minute. You've been talking with Mr. Vincenzo, haven't you?
He did mention something about...
My first wife committed suicide. She walked up to Horizon Point, and for some reason that no one, not even Mr. Vincenzo, knows why she decided to take her own life. I see no reason to drag it all up again.
I'm sorry, darling.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, it was devastating to me. And then I meet you. And for the first time, I finally felt normal again. I love you, Sandra.
And I believed you, David. I truly believed you. You knew nothing of my inheritance, and you never even asked if I had money. Not like the other suitors in my life. You were different. Or at least I thought so.
Here you are, Sandra. I brought you a nightcap.
Oh, Dave, you're so sweet. I don't think I need one tonight, though.
And now, come on. It might help you sleep. You haven't been sleeping well, and I thought this might help.
Thank you, David.
Are you still taking the pills?
Yes, and I am very tired.
The doctor said that they should help you sleep. You know I just want you to get better.
What? Who's there? I can't see anyone. Who's there? No. Stay away. Stay away! She doesn't want me here. I've intruded and married the man that she loved. Sleep no more. I can't sleep anyway. And the ocean calls to me. Calls to me.
Then go to it! Why couldn't you have just jumped like Rebecca?
You would think that it would now be the end of our story. The murderous David Winwood has gotten away with his crime. I can assure you that terror awaits ahead when I return with Act 3. It is said that the waters are the beginning and end of all things on earth. They certainly were the end of Mrs. Sandra Winwood. It has been a week since her fall from Horizon Point. The funeral has been held, and the mourners have all gone to their respective homes, including David Winwood.
Mr. Winwood?
Yes? Oh, Mr. Vincenzo.
I'm sorry about Mrs. Winwood.
Yes, quite a shock.
She always seemed to be going to Horizon Point. Never understood why. But then, the first Mrs. Winwood used to do the same thing. Didn't she, Mr. Winwood?
I'm not really sure what you are driving at.
I'm just saying. It seems funny, you losing both of your wives to suicide.
Perhaps you had best be careful what you were saying, Mr. Vincenzo.
Oh, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, be sure that you don't. Sandra's death was ruled as a suicide, and that should be the end of it.
Guess you might want these back then.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, just a bottle of pills I found out by the point.
What?
Weren't these the ones that Mrs. Winwood was taking?
What are you getting at?
I showed them to a friend of mine, a pharmacist. Told him they had been prescribed to me for sleeping. He told me to find a new doctor. These pills are downers. They can cause depression in a normally happy person.
Well, perhaps your friend made a mistake.
Maybe. But I didn't mistake the small speakers I found, did I?
I think that I've just about had enough of...
Along with a tape that had a woman's voice saying, "Sleep no more"?
What are you after, Vincenzo?
Just enough to live comfortably, say 1,000 a week.
Oh, you're insane if you think...
Did I mention my good friend the pharmacist? He's holding a package for me with instructions on what to do in case something happened to me. You understand now, Mr. Winwood?
Farewell, Sandra. Though we are parted, I promise to live my life with your memory in my heart. And your money in my pocket.
David?
What? Who is that?
It's me, David. Your beloved. Don't cry.
No, I wasn't, but how?
We took our vows. And when I repeated, "Till death do us part," I whispered, "Longer." I want you for all time and beyond.
No, you're dead.
And what of me, David?
Rebecca?
Wasn't I your love? Why, David?
No, don't come near me.
But we love you, David. Don't you want us anymore? Yes, David. Look at us. Look how beautiful we are.
Ah, no! Both of you, stay away from me!
Mr. Winwood, come away from the edge.
Vincenzo, help me! Don't you see them?
Mr. Winwood, there's no one here. Step away from the edge.
You will be with us, David. You will be with us. With us, David. You will be with us.
No! You're both
Mr.
dead!
Winwood!
No!
Look out!
Stay away from me! Stay away from me!
David.
Please, stay away! Don't...
You will be with us.
No! Stay away from me! Stay!
Eternity begins and ends with the ocean's tides. For David Winwood, his eternity is just beginning. I'll return shortly for the final word. David Winwood's death was ruled as a suicide due to the testimony of Mr. Vincenzo. However, something was erased from the transcript that the groundskeeper had testified to. He swore that he indeed saw two females pushing David over the edge of Horizon Point. Our cast included Winslow Swan, Crimson McKenzie, and Dave Arkipov. The story was edited by Crimson McKenzie, and the entire production was under the direction of Winslow Swan. And now, a preview of our next tale.
This is a one-time offer which terminates almost immediately.
You ain't real.
Oh, I assure you that I am very real. You said you want to be the greatest musician alive. I can make that possible. All it takes is a simple signature.
Doorway to Nightmare is brought to you in part by Swanage Press. This is your host, inviting you to return with us through the Doorway to Nightmare for another adventure into the world of your terrifying imagination. Until next time, slumber peacefully. Epilogue. The Butler.